I really believe that prep makes the project, and you really need to get, before anything, you really need to get a line producer to do a budget for you. Break down the script, take a look at it, and let them determine how much you can afford to have someone on for. Because it's my belief that you can't have too much prep. So I don't think it's a definite amount of time. It really depends on the elements and the script, locations and everything else. I mean, it will be specific to whichever project someone's working on.
Post-production starts before production. In pre-production, you set up your editing equipment, you arrange for your film to go through the lab, or your DV to go through the camera, you arrange for telecine if you're filming, which gets the film to video, and that way you can put it into the computer. So all those things need to be planned in pre-production so that you don't have a problem at the end of the film. Before any film, there's a tech scout. That's where all the key players get in a van and they look at all the locations and figure out why they need to do. The director will say, I want to shoot this direction. So the gaffer will come in and look at his light meter and say, okay, I see what we're going to have to do here, and make notes. And the sound person will come in and take a listen and say, okay, well, I hear a hum noise. Can we get rid of that? I mean, all these things have to be in place. And these are the things. Preparation is just the key. Making sure that each and every department has spoken to each other, and making sure that each and every department knows the game plan and knows what the director or the producers want.
And I didn't really realize that, okay, the location manager also has to secure parking, also has to secure a fire marshal or police presence when necessary, has to get neighbors to sign off on, you can shoot this film in their neighborhood, things like that. Transportation coordinators, they have to figure out what trucks you're going to use, where you're going to park them, where your generator is going to be set up, all that sort of stuff. I think that was the one thing that really surprised me, was all the little details, that you don't think about. You think, well, let's get a bunch of people together and we're going to make a movie. And then someone says, well, okay, well, we also have to worry about where are we going to put the trash? Trash? Oh, that's right. You have 40 people eating every day. You're going to have all these paper plates and junk. Where are you going to put that? Or you got 40 people. Where's the toilet going to be? Oh, we have to rent toilets? I mean, we can't just use the one in the house? Well, not right after lunch when everybody's just downed a bunch of Kool-Aid, and everybody wants to go at the same time. It stinks. So that was the funny part, was that I realized, yeah, all this stuff, phone bills and trash and just all the little tiny things that seem normal when you're running a company in an office place, when you realize, well, it's the same thing. Well, easily the most difficult thing is dealing with time. No matter how well you can communicate what you want, some things just take time to do. It takes time to set up lights. It takes time to set up a camera and dolly tracks. It takes time to get an actor dressed and their hair done and makeup put on correctly for a scene. And time doesn't care, as they say, it doesn't stand still. And each hour goes by, you can't get that hour back again. So for me, I think that was definitely the most stressful part of the entire filmmaking process.
If you are a producer-director, don't produce your film while you're directing it. You cannot do both at the same time. It's very hard and you'll get very frustrated.
Painting a wall means it has to be painted back, and there's repercussions when you do stuff like that on locations, because location person's going to freak out, the owner of the house is going to freak out, the art department has to schedule the time, your line producer is going to freak out because they've got new people to, more money they've got to pay to get somebody in to repaint it. And oftentimes you go into fancy homes and that, we're not allowed to hang pictures on walls because they don't want nails in the wall. And if you want to move a picture, if we can't move it neatly with string or something discreetly, we have to repaint the wall. Or in one very frightening case I've had, we had to repaint the house because we hung one picture and moved it because it didn't match. It had been a special color. And the owner of the house went, it doesn't match. And we ended up having to paint wall by wall until she was satisfied. And it's just because they wanted to do something at the last second and move something over.